Do you believe prostitution should be legal? Why or why not? Yeah, prostitution will always exist. The workers deserve at least safety and protection. Sure, selling is legal. Fucking is legal. Why isn't selling fucking legal? If I can sell my body at 18 years old to the military-industrial complex, then I should get to sling some dick for money. Yes, regulate it, make it safer for both client and sex worker. Standardize wages, get a hoe union. If properly regulated, then yes, it would benefit the workers. And remove the power of the pimps or sex traffickers. I don't have a problem with sex work. I have a problem with sexual exploitation, coercion, and slavery. If it's consensual, I don't see why it shouldn't be. I'd honestly argue to bring back the brothels so at least they can have a safe place to go, and work under something for benefits is needed. It will always exist no matter the time period, status of the country, and people. Sure, poker is, it's all a game of gambling and chance that you get a good hand and sometimes you get a dud. Just tax it. You can pay someone for sex and put it on camera and make money. That's called porn. So stupid that it's illegal. Make it legal. The only ones who benefits with illegal are criminals. How else am I going to have sex? No, because I will fall in love with everyone that is intimate with me. Yep. Like every other legislation based entirely on subjective morality, making it illegal doesn't actually get rid of it, it just makes it unsafe for the most vulnerable people and gives authoritarian-minded leadership an excuse to jail people for free labor. Yes, banning it does literally nothing except drive sex workers into unsafe and frankly, dangerous working conditions. Prohibition has never worked at stopping an action, it didn't work with alcohol, it doesn't work with abortions, and it doesn't work with sex work. Legalizing sex work will allow sex workers to have increased protections under the law, both criminal and tax, give them better access to healthcare without stigmatization, and honestly it can reduce the whole puritanical stigma around sex and sex work. I used to think yes. After seeing data on the matter, it appears to create more issues than it solves. Notably with regards to trafficking. Hopefully we can come up with a better solution at some point. Yes, because the only objections to it are backwards and puritanical, and those are not good enough reasons to deprive sex workers of the health and safety all workers deserve. Edit. I didn't realize this was such a complex issue fraught with implications on human trafficking and such. I apologize for making such a poorly thought out blanket statement. No, because prostitution cannot and never will be able to exist without exploitation. This is shown even in the places it is already legal. I don't support the morality police. Yes, the only thing keeping it illegal is because too many laws are based in antiquated notions of morality and conforming to Christian beliefs. At least if you make it legal, there could be some hope to protect sex workers. Yeah, it gaff what two consenting adults do. Seems to be positive for a whole bunch of other stats too. Lol at all, yes answers being upvoted and no answers being downvoted. The op asked a question and wanted to hear both sides. Downvote if it's a low-effort response or off-topic, not because you have a different opinion and wish to silence others. Yes, cause it will offer worker protections and probably have STD testing requirements. Everybody is saying yes. I think no. I believe it's a relic of the past, something created for a different time and place. For ancient times and barbaric people. I think sex work is something we can stop doing as a society because it can be damaging, it hurts mostly women. I don't understand why we're so keen to validate it when so many ex-porn stars have been talking about how damaging the experience can be for years. Women aren't unfeeling sex machines, and most women who choose this life aren't doing so for the love of sex with strangers. We live in such a weird dystopian society that we think everything should be for sale. It is legal where I am. So I did hear a good argument about trafficking issues in cities like Amsterdam. Girls were gaslighted and abused to never say they were trafficked etc. when undercovers would come by the brothels. I still think legalizing and regulating the shit out of brothels would be far superior to what's going on illegally now. I think it's important to minimize risk of harm to sex workers, and legalization goes a far way for that. I think morality is subjective, and if your morality is based on your religion you can get it out of my laws. If you think it's wrong to prostitute because of your faith, that's fine, don't be a prostitute. Cause God is not a good enough rationale to base a formal system of morality, which is in essence what a law is. Porn is basically prostitution but on film. Last I saw, there were studies showing that legalizing prostitution increases human trafficking. So while I morally see nothing wrong with it, I still object to it being legalized unless we can assure it doesn't needlessly put people at risk. Beside the good argument about safety of sex workers, I would like to point out that paying someone to have sex is illegal, but paying someone to have sex in front of a camera is legal. This is utterly dumb and inconsistent, and it annoys me. I like what is coherent, and I don't think porn should be illegal, therefore I think prostitution should be legal. I do. It would only benefit the workers, except the taxation. Selling your body for sex is no different in my mind than selling it to a company for a respectable job. Support but want the minimum age to be closer to 23 or so. Also think porn age should be raised to that age as well. Two consenting adults want to make a transaction with no harm to either party. Sure. No, decriminalized would be better. People are already used and abused at regular jobs. Being forced to do sexual things with customers you don't want to by your boss. That's not going to be good for anyone. Do you believe in karma whoring? Why or why not? Legalize it. Regulate it. Help cut down abuse, trafficking, STD transmissions. I can't think of a single reason why prostitution should be illegal except mindless adherence to long out-of-date morality norms. Yes, women wouldn't need to sell their bodies on street corners in the dead of night. No pimps. An actual brothel run professionally, inspected regularly by some governing body where women, and men, can have a safe space to sell their bodies. Prostitution isn't going away. It's an unfightable battle. I'd say a battle we can't win, but it's a battle we can't even fight. It's a joke, like the war on drugs. But that's a whole different topic. There's a right way and a wrong way to do just about anything. And I'm pretty tired of Christian morals continuing to harm human progress. Because that's what this is. Religious morality. Yes, you can make sex safer by legally requiring precautions and awarding safe sex workers. And you reduce possibility of sexual abuse at work caused by people who can't find relief elsewhere. Legalizing prostitution will not make human trafficking and illegal prostitution diminish. It's not like garbage humans will wake up and think, well, better make my business legal now that I can and finally be a stand-up citizen. I wonder how many women will willfully work for me. Yes, however, there should be more regulations in order to make the workers and their clients safe. It's also literally the oldest profession in history. I'm German and I don't understand the question. It should be legal. I've been to plenty of places where it was and society didn't collapse into a hedonistic hellscape. It would be taxed and regulated and safer for both parties. The US won't do it because we have yet to shake our Puritan roots. Yes, it serves a need for many people. If it wasn't for escorts, I'd have a hell of a time dealing with it at the time. Sex will always sell. Sex work will always exist, might as well make it legal. At least for the Americas, no. Legalizing prostitution has been linked to rapidly increasing human trafficking rates. Just because it's safe and legal, for the people that want to do it doesn't mean it's safe and legal, for people that are forced to do it. I mean, to me a lot of people's ideas of dating seems like prostitution but with a couple more steps. Let's just legalize it and regulate to help worker safety. Yes, sex work has and will always be a thing. Making it illegal only endangers both workers and customers and invites criminal organizations onto the scene. Late to this but I am incredibly against the practice morally. Prostitution is already legal. You just have to be filming it. Absolutely not. But the women shouldn't be punished. The people that organize and pay for it should be. 99/100ths women in it and very vulnerable and not in a good place in life and deserve every last essence of support available to them and a billion times more. Social media and modern culture glamorizes it. The whole sex work is real work is a bad message. Almost everyone that does it is battling with abuse, addiction, etc. People should stop thinking of all the women involved as they have a say and are happy and have a good life. The conditions are horrible and these women need our support. No, disease and abuse. It's arrogance to think we're going to be able to legislate away the world's oldest profession. Stop wasting the effort, embrace it and make it safe already. Morality police trying to push a river on this one.